Yo, welcome everyone to another episode of Under the Scope. And today we have another special guest. And yes, this is our 11th episode. So if you guys haven't seen any of the previous episodes, go to YouTube, hit exclamation point UTS on our Twitch, and that'll bring up our Under the Scope podcast YouTube channel. Today's guest is another person from the community, and we wanted to make sure that, again, like we're trying to do with everyone on Under the Scope podcast, is to be able to tell people stories. Who is the person behind the gamer tag? Who is the person? How did they come up with the gamer tag? And then to learn a little bit about what they're trying to accomplish, you know, as a streamer, as a content creator. Maybe they're trying to go pro, maybe they're trying to go into broadcasting. But this is what we created Under the Scope podcast, is give people an outlet to be able to tell their stories. Today, we're going to be interviewing Kobe B_7. That's his actual Twitch and his gamer tag. So we're going to learn a little bit of where that came from. If you guys are just joining us for the first time, please hit that follow button and make sure, again, to go and subscribe to our Under the Scope podcast on YouTube. It would be really, really appreciated. Without further ado, let me go ahead and bring in Kobe, and then we'll start the interview. Hey, what's up, Kobe?
Howdy. How y'all doing?
We're doing great, man. How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm making it. I'm here.
That's it. That's all we ask, right?
Yeah, it's all we can really ask for, man.
Yeah. So, all right, Kobe B_7. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You got to tell us where that gamer tag came from. How did you end up with Kobe B_7?
I was actually born with it. That is my name. 7 is just a number that I have always liked.
Okay.
So I kind of just stuck with it, and Kobe B7 was kind of taken, so I just put my little twist with the underscore.
Well, there you go. So very short, straight to the point. Kobe B is basically your name, and then 7 is just your favorite number.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So who is Kobe? Who is the person behind the gamer tag?
That is me. I'm I'm an electrician by trade.
Okay.
I have been injured for the past, I guess I think it's been 11 months now.
Okay.
March would be at the end of March. I don't. Long story short, long time ago, I broke my hip in a car wreck. Been fighting it, and I think it was the last day of March, first day of April. I re-injured it, and just kind of went full time with the streaming thing, seeing what I could do with that while I was out of work. But finally got a hip replacement. Started going back to work, and kind of hurt it again about a week ago. So.
Oh man. So
Yeah.
how old are you, Kobe?
I will be 28 in March.
So let me ask you, man. So you got injured. You started doing this full time. How has that experience been?
The streaming?
The streaming, yeah, the streaming experience. How has that been? Because you said you got injured, so you started doing this full time while, you got better. And then obviously, so how was that experience of doing this full time?
It was an experience like no other, to be honest. I've met some of the greatest people that I was not expecting to. Like, I mean, I've played video games since I was like 13. And I have never had the community that comes with streaming. Like, I've met some of like my best friends that I talk to daily that I've never met in real life. I play with them all the time on multiple different games. Talk to them daily, Snapchat, text messages, and stuff like that. And it is just crazy. I never thought I would have came across such amazing people, and then my community of people that's there is, I mean, it's crazy to think about.
You've been playing since 13 years of age. What was the first game and console you played?
Xbox 360 and Call of Duty 4, man. That was my game.
Perfect
God,
time to
if you could
come
take,
in.
I'm telling you, man, if you could take me back.
Listen, what was your favorite weapon? Call of Duty 4.
Ooh, M40, M40A3, I think it was. It was a sniper.
Yep. All right.
I wasn't good because, like I said, I was 13, but
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. So
Between that
MP5,
and the
Red Dot,
M16, no,
M16
man,
was good.
M16. I'm an AR. I am an AR person.
You're an AR person. You're the anchor, man. You know, that's what it is. I heard you say you guys play a lot of different games. So, what are your go-to games now?
Ooh, so I had really high hopes for the new Call of Duty, but I ain't gonna say I was let down, but it wasn't. I guess I had my hopes on the old Call of Duty coming back kind of thing, rather than a
Okay.
remastered, more of a remake. But I don't know. It's not horrible, but it's not wonderful. But I mean, we'll go Call of Duty. I've been getting into some ranked play on Call of Duty. That's something I've never really done. Need for Speed, Forza, and SnowRunner's been a big one here lately.
Okay. Okay. Mouse and keyboard or controller?
Oh, see, I'm torn between those. I do a little bit of both. Do a little
There
bit of
you.
both. I bought a controller whenever I started streaming to hopefully better myself, but I also I love my mouse and key. I feel like it takes a lot more skill to use mouse and key.
Okay.
Like if we're going to talk about Call of Duty, for instance, like you don't get all the aim assist and all that. You don't just have like analog sticks to move. I feel like it's more intricate using your WASD and you got to move your hand around the keyboard more. It's more challenging, and I like the challenge.
Okay.
But I can't say I don't like controller because I still play controller a lot. I will say like I didn't go so I've been Xbox since Xbox 360. I mean I had the 360. I had a PlayStation 3, but I hated it. I went to the Xbox One. I think I had a One S. I didn't get the new Xbox
Okay.
right as
What is
it
it? The
came out.
Xbox X, right?
The Series
Xbox.
X
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Series S, I think it is. Yeah. Right as that was coming out, my brother-in-law actually, he built his computer and he, for some reason, I say for some reason, I guess he upgraded. He built a whole new computer and literally everything brand new rather than kind of taking parts and making it work. He gave me the computer I currently have now, and I was like, I will never go back to a console ever. And everything I have in my computer, like ooh, graphics card wise, I mean literally everything. My RAM, I only have 16 gigs of RAM, but everything in it's like super old. So
Yeah.
like when the next Call of Duty comes out, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to play it, kind of thing. But like I don't get all the frames that people with these really expensive, nice computers get. I need to do a lot of upgrading to it, but nevertheless, it was free, so I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I will never go back to a console. It would take something serious for me to go back to a console.
I think a lot of people are in the same boat. I mean, honestly, I went through the same thing. You know, like I was all console. Like I said, I was PC obviously first because of Counter Strike. Then went to console, and I don't know. I want to say throughout Warzone, I had like right before Warzone, I built my first PC for streaming. And then I said, you know what? Let me just download Warzone when Warzone came out, and I was playing it on console. And then finally, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna put it on my PC because I had my buddy build me one, right? And so we
Hmm.
build it. And then last year, I decided to build a different one, you know, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna build another one, and I'm gonna keep this one as my streaming PC, the current one, and I'm just gonna build a beast. And I did. Right now, Warzone in itself there's a lot of issues with it because I don't get all the big frames that you would expect I get, because and this thing has 64 gigs of RAM, and even with that, I still don't get all the frames that we're talking about. So
Right.
and I lowered
Yeah.
everything on it. So it's like, what is it good to have this expensive PC? I mean, you look at Dr. Disrespect, that guy has a $300,000 PC. And
Yeah.
and even with that, he still can't get, the consistent 220, 230 frames that everyone else gets. He gets like
Right.
150, 160, which is still better than, 120s, but
That's still a lot better than mine. So I haven't checked it on Warzone 2, but I checked it on Warzone 1. I was getting like 45, 50.
uh-huh.
So like everything I got, like when I say it's old, man, it's old. I think I got like don't quote me on it, but it's like a 1070.
I think electronics has something like I forgot which one he has. So you have a 1070.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think.
Well, listen, man, I hope that things go well, because, I know that a lot of the people are working hard to try to, obviously take their game to the next, or take their stream to the next level, and so that I think it's a good transition right now to try to get to understand. I know you say you got hurt. You obviously went to. You started doing streaming. You met a lot of great people. Started building a community, and so what is next for you? I mean, where are you trying to get to with streaming?
Uh, I mean, I don't think I necessarily. Obviously, I wouldn't mind if it was like a, full time. If I could full time stream, that would be absolutely amazing. Uh, but I like to entertain people. I like them. I like people to come in, talk, hang out, chat, have a good time, and just have a good time, vibe out with people. That's basically where I'm at. I mean, if it takes off and it becomes something more, that would be obviously awesome. But I mean, I would like to be able to go back to doing electrical work at some point in time.
Yeah,
But wherever the Lord wants to put me.
absolutely, absolutely. How often do you stream?
So when I first started, man, I was doing like 6 days a week, like 14 to 18-hour streams, no problem. Whenever I had my surgery, I slacked off a lot where I didn't stream for shoot like 2 weeks at a time, and I would stream like 2 or 3 hour streams. Here lately, I've been trying to get better because I know I have my little community built up, and they like coming and vibing out stuff. I try to stream at least 3 days a week,
Okay.
and I don't. I'll put it this way: if I know I'm going to be on for like 2 hours, I generally am not going to stream it. Most of the time when I stream, I'm going to stream for a solid probably 8 to 14 hours, roughly.
Okay. So you don't do short streams.
I don't like doing them.
Okay.
I'm not going to say they're pointless because obviously they're not pointless. But when I when I play for extended periods of time,
Okay.
and
So
I stream more towards the night as well. So like I'll go do what I go do what I do during the day, whether it be clearing out land. I got some land that we're working on clearing out, so hopefully build a house on, and just different things. Go hang out with some buddies, go try to help a buddy out at work, kind of stuff. But mostly I get on at night, probably anywhere between 6 and 8, and I mean I'll be up till 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning still playing. And
well,
even if I'm not, I'll still be just chatting and hanging out, watching some YouTube videos or something.
well, that's amazing. That's the way to keep the your community engaged. I always tell people it's sometimes it's easier to get people to come to your stream, but to keep them, it's a lot harder.
Oh,
Because
100%.
everyone will give you the chance of, let's see what he's got or what he's doing, what kind of a content creator he is or streamer, right? But then
Right.
for them to continue to want to come back, I think that's the harder portion of being an actual streamer influencer, if you will.
Right. I will say, if you are wanting to come follow me and watch me, I hope you're not in it for the gaming because I'm not good per se at these games. I just have fun. We're there to vibe, have a good time. If we win, wonderful. If we lose, that's fine too.
Hey, so you're just there for the fun, right? That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, I mean, you also
where
and stuff, but
hey, that's it, man. That's what it's all about,
part of gaming.
not like Fez yelling at me all the time when we lose.
Yeah, she'll do that, man. She'll yell at you. And she'll get you with some Spanish. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know Spanish,
Oh, I do
so
know
I'm just
Spanish.
here.
That's the
Yeah, I'm just
worst,
sitting
man,
here
because I know
jumping on
what
this.
she's saying. It's bad.
Yeah, but it's worse for me because I'm like, she's over here just going at it, and I'm just like, yeah, I
Hey,
can't
man.
deny it because I
Well,
don't
you
know
don't.
what she says.
I know what is it. When mama don't know, don't hurt her. Like it's the same thing, man. What you don't know, don't hurt you, bro. So
I guess you're
yeah.
not wrong.
Skitty was saying that he was playing on a 970 at one point, man.
Ooh wee, that's
See?
crazy.
Yeah, man. So Fez is saying that you do 20-hour streams. That it's crazy, but she loves it. So
Yeah.
where can people find you?
So the name at the bottom of the screen here is pretty much on all platforms. I pointed to the wrong side of the screen, but it's pretty much all platforms. Whether you go Twitter, I don't know about my Instagram. Honestly, I don't really get on Instagram. But Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, any of it. I will say I don't really make content. Probably should. I actually got a good little. I did a little bit of content for a few months, but I don't know. I'm not huge on creating the content, but I had actually a lot of positive feedback on it, so I might get into it again at some point. But YouTube, I think I'm on TikTok. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my TikTok is. It should be the same. I pretty much stick with the same username on everything.
Okay. Well, there you have it. So, Kobe, before we let you go, man, is there anything else you'd like to share about you or anything about the type of community you're trying to build?
Ah, man, just a positive community. I feel like everybody wants a positive community, and I mean, I guess just be positive, and I think everybody will work out pretty well.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come on to the podcast. And yeah, man, we'll catch you, I guess, a little later.
Absolutely, man. Y'all have a great one.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
All right, everyone. Well, you guys heard it here, Kobe B_7. So make sure you go hit him up on Twitch. And then obviously I'm sure he has his social media there, but you guys heard it. His Twitter, his Twitch is Kobe B_7. Kobe, man, thank you so much for being on the podcast. All right, everyone. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Under the Scope podcast. And we'll see you on the next episode of Under the Scope podcast.